I'm trying something new where I'm super fast reviewing shows once I finish them because sometimes I want to talk about them. So let's try this. Sabrina Season 4 was a total disappointment. It feels like the writers had no idea or no budget to actually end the series off the way they wanted. After 4 seasons, the show sort of just ends with basic teenage snorefests. Which is really a bummer because I genuinely really liked Season 1. I thought the show had a great premise, fun world, and incredibly well-developed characters. However, Sabrina's final hurrah has taken those characters and scrubbed away all of those charming personality traits that I used to enjoy. Sabrina gets upset that her friends have lives outside of spending time with her, so she makes up some monster to have the Fright Club hang out, and it's just like, you know you could have just asked. They are your friends. But I also don't blame Sabrina for being desperate because every single character has been boiled down to, I like making out with my significant other all the time. All the unique complexities to the different cast has been stripped away, making them all feel like caricatures of themselves. Sabrina feels like she's regressed as a character. Her friends only want to make out with each other all the time. Ambrose has been reduced to a blithering scaredy cat who constantly goes on and on about the Eldritch Terrors. None of his wit and sass to be seen anymore. Prudence only cares about killing her dad and has no personality to speak of. She's gone from being an interesting, antagonistic, yet sympathetic queen of bitchiness to just sort of there. Kind of nice, maybe she'll say one sort of snarky thing, but meh. Oh, and those Eldritch Terrors I mentioned? Yeah, they're not as cool as the name implies. Being loosely based off of Lovecraft's classic monsters, each one gets beaten per episode. Rather easily, with almost no effort from the characters. Ambrose's constant panicking seems stupid since they keep beating everything easily. The stakes are boring, there's almost no setup for any of the conflicts, the characters have almost no motivations, and the villains are all laughable at best. They feel like little more than Scooby-Doo villains, like Blackwood. He turns everything into a boring, stereotypical Nazi-esque world, yet he still calls Theo, Theo, and refers to Theo as he. Now I know it's a good thing to refer to trans people as their preferred names and genders, but Blackwood is supposed to be a villain? He's the longest reoccurring villain in the show, and doesn't care about Sabrina's friends, or mortals, or being nice to people, yet he's still polite enough to not dead-name Theo? It's things like this that make all of our villains feel cartoonish and laughable. None of them have actual villainy in them anymore. None of them get more villainous than being mildly rude, if they even bother to be that. And it's just a bore. None of our characters have any conflict to face anywhere in the show, other than, when do I get to make out again? Everyone's either bland, boring, or a mere shell of the character they used to be. Our heroes are boring, our antagonists are boring, the story is boring. It's such a shame that a show that started with such a promising roar ended with such a disappointing whimper. Shout out to my $10 patrons, Nako, Michael, James Dodds, Cool Duck, Andrew, Ramiel, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, G Extreme, Classy Critic, Surge, Dakota D, Taj, The Boulder Off Bros, and Noah. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you had fun. Tell me if you think this is going to be a thing you would like to see more of, because sometimes I watch shows and I want to talk about them, but then I always end up writing really long scripts and I never get around to it. So I'm thinking maybe this shorthand style thing will work out a lot better. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.